The Avengers Age of Ultron, one of the most highly anticipated films of the year, is really fighting an uphill battle. Not in terms of how much money it will make all of the money. Now what I'm talking about is that it has to follow up on the success of the first outing, but it's also coming after both Guardians of the Galaxy and Captain America the Winter Soldier, both of which considered some of the best Marvel movies to date. This time around the team are up against Ultron, a malevolent AI, Frankenstein to life by Tony Stark and Bruce Banner, to be a peacekeeping force for good. But it turns out to be a terrifying murder robot. Along the way, we get old team members, new team members, and more supporting cast members than you can shake a stick at that has a gem in it. What does Age of Ultron do well though? Well, as mentioned, following up on previous successes means that we don't get the, oh my god, look at all these characters on screen for the first time feeling. But in regards to that, we do get to see how far they've come as a team in terms of how they operate together, and even more so in regards to their personal interactions. Certain characters do shine more than others, but overall it's well balanced, especially considering you've got 3 additional Avengers. They slot in well, by the way, especially Vision, who's no doubt one of the most intriguing MCU characters we've seen as of so far. The action scenes are of course great, which is to be expected, and the villain, as voiced by James Spader, is easily one of the best we've seen in this world. He's menacing, charming, petty, and above all, extremely dangerous. As for what doesn't work, well, not a lot really. These are just minor gripes. Some of the Avengers' mini side stories aren't exactly the most intriguing, and only really seem to detract from the big picture. Also, a lot of the beats seem to be copied and pasted directly from the first Avengers, with moments like where someone clearly went, oh, we better get Nick Fury to do a small action thing, because why is he even here? And then he does a small action thing. Come to think of it, he doesn't really need to be in this movie at all. Not that it hurts having him here. Also, it's probably worth mentioning that they don't really do anything with Quicksilver. Certainly nothing nearly as impressive as they did in Days of Future Past. But to be fair, they get his general characterization way more spot on. Overall, this is a darker film under the surface than what we previously saw, but still with all the witticisms and action and adventure. It also does a decent job of setting up things to come, with nods to missing characters and establishing those who will become main players in the future, all the while sowing seeds for Civil War, Infinity War, Black Panther, and Thor Ragnarok. Now, normally when movies do this, it grinds everything to a halt, with the whole affair turning into a trailer for other potential films, but here it's done simply and with way more finesse, through the use of throwaway lines and nods to future events. All in all, I'm going to give the Avengers Age of Ultron a best movie ever. I'd say I enjoyed it just as much as I enjoyed the first one when that came out, and that's a pretty impressive effort. It's also almost a goodbye to what we've previously seen in these Marvel movies, because with the departure of Joss Whedon and looking at what's coming up, everything is about to go to hell in the lead up to Infinity War. Hopefully in a good way. So go out and see it. Or don't. Make your own decisions. I don't know. Thanks everyone, and if you liked this, you might like this video here that will be up later today, breaking down any post-credits and mid-credits scenes from Age of Ultron. And this video on 7 actors who were very nearly Iron Man. Also, I have a podcast called The Weekly Planet that covers movies and TV shows and comics. Some people like it, I guess. That comes out every Monday, courtesy of the terrific comicbookmovie.com. All that stuff will be linked below or at the end of this video. But what are your thoughts on the Avengers Age of Ultron? And I'll be curious to know, how for you does it compare to the Avengers from 2012? And if you haven't seen it, are you wearing a hat? And if you are wearing a hat, what kind of hat is that hat? Thanks everyone. Take care.